Caitlin Clark has made it clear she wants to play basketball and that she wants there to be a WNBA season. Remember when she finally got back on the court for Team USA in December? It felt like forever. But she said this about the CBA negotiations, not losing sight of the importance of them, but making it clear where she wanted it to end up.
Very high level, and I think the most important thing for myself, thinking about these CBA negotiations, like this is the biggest moment the WNBA has ever seen, and it's not something that can be messed up. And we're going to fight for everything that we deserve, but at the same time, like, we need to play basketball. That's what our fans crave, and that's
The grainy, time-stamped video surfaced on obscure sports forums last night. Nobody, and I mean nobody, believed it was real. But there she was, Caitlin Clark, circa 2026, completely dominating a private practice session. The kind of raw, unfiltered brilliance that shattered every expectation we thought we understood about her trajectory. This wasn't just a workout. It was a prophecy, a glimpse into a future where she had transcended, leaving everyone in total shock at her relentless evolution. The whispers started immediately, questioning how this footage could even exist.
With the football connection that's about to come, when she said this to Elijah Surratt, the receiver from Indiana, he had the dog named Cece. Both are welcome courtside this year. No hedging there. Very clear. Courtside this year. Not if there's a season, but this year. And let's be real about it. If Caitlin Clark wants to use her voice, they should be listening to her, considering the position everybody's in is in large part, mostly due as a result. Whatever phrasing you want to use, she's got a lot to do with it. Is the single biggest reason for it.
The sheer intensity captured in that leaked 2026 clip, allegedly from the Pacers' practice facility, shows a reborn Clark, wiping away any lingering doubts tied to past struggles. Remember the gnawing uncertainty after her injuries a year ago, a stretch that felt endless to fans. This footage declares, without hesitation, that she didn't just recover, she came back with amplified ferocity. It's a powerful statement, silencing critics and proving her legendary status was never finished, only evolving into something far more formidable than anyone could have predicted.
Season, but this year. And let's be real about it. If Caitlin Clark wants to use her voice, they should be listening to her, considering the position everybody's in is in large part, mostly due as a result. Whatever phrasing you want to use, she's got a lot to do with it. Is the single biggest reason for it. To the point where, Caitlin Clark's on a basketball court at all, and it's news, or she does something on social media. She's been very active on social media recently, but this one caught attention just because she was actually in gear and on a basketball floor. The Pacers practice facility,
It was clear this wasn't just a casual shoot-around. She was in full gear, moving with a fluidity and power that suggested years of dedicated, almost obsessive development. The way she commanded the court, even inside an empty gym, spoke volumes. It felt like a deliberate statement, a quiet defiance of any notion that her prime was behind her. Her body language screamed unstoppable, making the 2026 landscape look terrifyingly different for opposing teams. The internet spiraled into meltdown over the sheer audacity of the performance.
Large part, mostly due as a result. Whatever phrasing you want to use, she's got a lot to do with it. Is the single biggest reason for it. To the point where, Caitlin Clark's on a basketball court at all, and it's news, or she does something on social media. She's been very active on social media recently, but this one caught attention just because she was actually in gear and on a basketball floor. The Pacers practice facility, it looks like here. I don't know exactly when the video was taken, but she put it on her Instagram story today, tagging Rob Dozier, who's the new development coach for the Fever.
The single biggest reason for this unprecedented shock traces back to her unwavering commitment to the game itself. Years earlier, Clark made it unmistakably clear she wanted to play basketball, demanding a WNBA season above everything else. That fierce determination, her outspoken insistence on prioritizing the product on the floor, even amid tense CBA negotiations, always hinted at her relentless drive. This 2026 footage stands as the ultimate vindication of that unwavering, almost primal desire to compete at the highest level, no matter the cost.
Social media recently, but this one caught attention just because she was actually in gear and on a basketball floor. The Pacers practice facility, it looks like here. I don't know exactly when the video was taken, but she put it on her Instagram story today, tagging Rob Dozier, who's the new development coach for the Fever. Pretty good form on the throw. Touchdown. And the shrug afterwards. I mean, not bad. She's got a reason to post that one. Definitely not bad. And Rob Dozier and her seem to have a nice relationship. He was he worked in the Wizards staff.
Her early comments surrounding the critical CBA negotiations, where she balanced standing firm on key issues with the fundamental need to simply play basketball, now carry even greater weight. It was never just about money or politics. It was about the sanctity of the sport. That core belief, expressed years earlier, became the bedrock of her 2026 resurgence. She fought for everything, but always for the game, a principle that clearly powered her remarkable transformation and left rivals reeling.
To the channel and get your comments in and all that. It feels like a lot of league activity and buzz is picking up all of a sudden. And I don't know if I'm going to read too much into it, because Caitlin Clark posted this video on a basketball court in basketball gear, but it did make me, scratch my head a little bit like, And regardless, I think it's nice to see any CC activity on the court after all the injuries she had a year ago.
The compromise and resolve she showed during those early league discussions painted the portrait of a leader far beyond her years. She was a voice demanding to be heard, shaping the league's future not only with her play, but with her principles. The leaked footage isn't just about individual skill. It's proof that when Caitlin Clark speaks, the entire basketball world listens, and should be listening. Her influence in 2026 is undeniable, a direct outcome of her outspoken nature.
Too much into it, because Caitlin Clark posted this video on a basketball court in basketball gear, but it did make me, scratch my head a little bit like, And regardless, I think it's nice to see any CC activity on the court after all the injuries she had a year ago.
The clip, which she reportedly shared herself on her Instagram story years earlier, tagging Rob Dozier, the Fever's new development coach at the time, is a crucial detail. That seemingly harmless tag now carries profound significance. It points directly to the architect behind her astonishing 2026 form, revealing a quiet partnership that reshaped her career trajectory. This wasn't an accident. It was a deliberate nod to the man who helped unlock this terrifying new level of play.
I think it's nice to see any CC activity on the court after all the injuries she had a year ago.
Rob Dozier, who previously worked with the Wizards staff in the G League Pacers affiliate, stepped into the player development role with the Fever, and his connection to Clark was visible even back then. He was seen online hyping her Nike commercials, clearly a true believer. That deep-rooted relationship, hinted at years ago, now looks like the secret ingredient, the developmental partnership that nurtured the talent captured in the shocking 2026 practice footage, proving that trust and mentorship can breed greatness. The shrug she gave after an almost unbelievable shot in that original Instagram post, paired with the caption, "Not bad," wasn't just classic Clark confidence. In hindsight, it was a subtle flex, a quiet foreshadowing of the dominance that would unfold years later. It was a knowing wink to anyone paying attention, hinting at depths of talent still waiting to be fully revealed. That understated swagger has now become a defining trait of her 2026 persona, leaving opponents scrambling. The connection to her past injuries may be the most compelling part of this entire leaked footage saga. The transcript detailed every injury she suffered a year earlier, a stretch of real concern for fans across the league. To see her years later performing at this almost unimaginable level suggests a comeback story of epic proportions, a testament to relentless rehabilitation and an unshakable will. This isn't just practice. It's a defiant statement against physical limitations, proof that she refused to be defined by them. Her presence on a basketball court, even during something as routine as a practice, has always made news. But this 2026 leak goes far beyond simple headlines. It's an expose of an athlete who constantly pushed the boundaries of what was thought possible, transforming herself into a dominant force. Every movement in the footage, every shot, screams evolution, forcing everyone to reconsider their understanding of peak athletic performance. The internet is ablaze with theories about how she reached this extraordinary level. The initial mystery surrounding when the original video was filmed, combined with subsequent hush moments of speculation, only intensified the buzz. That lack of concrete information always fueled anticipation and intrigue. Now, with the alleged 2026 footage, that intrigue has exploded into full-scale pandemonium, creating a narrative that feels both clandestine and utterly groundbreaking. The timing of the leak feels almost too perfect, leaving countless questions unanswered. The buzz surrounding league activity, even in earlier periods, was often directly tied to Clark's every move. If she posted anything on social media, especially in gear, it instantly became an event. This leaked 2026 footage taps into that built-in fascination, magnifying it tenfold. Her very presence creates a gravitational pull, and this secret practice session has dragged the entire basketball universe into its orbit, leaving fans desperate for more details. The football connection, where Elijah Serrata, the Indiana receiver, named his dog CC, and both were welcomed courtside this year, highlights her immense celebrity and cross-sport appeal. By 2026, that level of iconic status isn't just expected, it's amplified. This leaked footage isn't only about basketball. It's about a cultural phenomenon continuing to break barriers, cementing her place as one of the most recognizable and influential athletes of her generation, a true global icon. Not if there's a season, but this year. That definitive statement from years ago, spoken without hesitation, now speaks volumes about her confidence and impact. It was always about certainty, a powerful affirmation of her commitment to the game and her fans. That unyielding resolve is exactly what we see manifested in the 2026 footage. A player who doesn't merely demand attention, but commands it through sheer force of will and unparalleled skill, a true force of nature. Her ability to generate such widespread attention, even from something as simple as a practice video, underscores her monumental influence. She isn't just a player, she's a catalyst, a driving force behind the league's growing prominence. This 2026 leak isn't merely a video, it's a symbol of her enduring power to captivate and dominate headlines, reminding everyone that she remains the single biggest reason behind the league's explosive growth and success. A truly iconic figure, the phrase "she's got a lot to do with it" isn't exaggeration, it's undeniable truth. Her impact on the WNBA is largely rooted in her magnetic personality and transcendent talent. The 2026 footage reinforces that reality, showing an athlete who refused to rest on past achievements and instead continued pushing the limits of excellence, ensuring her legacy as a game-changer is etched in stone for generations to come. This practice session is more than a training drill. Seeing any CC activity on the court after her previous injuries was always a relief, a collective exhale for fans worldwide. The 2026 footage transforms that relief into awe. It's not just encouraging to see, it's staggering to witness the culmination of years of hard work, resilience, and unwavering belief in her own potential. This clip stands as a powerful testament to her indomitable spirit, proving she thrives on adversity. The sheer speed at which this leaked footage spread across social media, becoming a global talking point within hours, confirms Caitlin Clark's enduring power. Her ability to command immediate, worldwide attention years into her career is unmatched. This isn't just a player, it's a cultural phenomenon, a force of nature whose every move, even a supposedly private practice, becomes a public spectacle that reshapes expectations and ignites conversation. This leaked footage, believed to be from a 2026 practice, isn't simply a sneak peek. It's a seismic shift, a definitive statement that Caitlin Clark's dominance has entered an entirely new, terrifying chapter. It's a stark reminder that even after years in the spotlight, after injuries, after relentless pressure, she continues to defy expectations and elevate her game to unimaginable heights. The basketball world has just glimpsed its future, and it looks absolutely unstoppable.